just about to release our second album, and it's going to be called Mayday. We had a lot of different options for the album title this time, but we settled with this one because it sort of seemed to encompass most of the themes that are a part of the album.
And there were three main strands that we were drawn to, which was firstly Mayday is in this idea of kind of a distress or a warning call, kind of warnings from the past. And then all the associations of Mayday with kind of International Workers' Day and socialism and kind of class. And then the third idea was this kind of more traditional May celebrations in springtime and kind of lovers' warnings and things like that.
So the material on this album has quite a lot more of a political edge than the last album, I think. And I think it's probably quite a lot down to the fact that we've all got to know each other a lot better and spent a lot more time together, and we've all got these very similar views really, and I guess sort of our true colours are coming out.
The first album felt much more like we were a harmony group who wanted to do harmony songs, and I think we've done so much touring and kind of progressed more as a band, so the material in this album is much more thematic and come together in that way rather than just being harmony material.
So The Selkie is a song that I've been singing for quite a long time, but we've sort of made a new, well, Hazel made a new version and also wrote a really nice new tune for it. It's a very sort of mystical song. It's to do with the Selkies, which is the legend about the seals who take off their skins and turn into people. So there's lots of stories and legends and folk mythology that seems to try to sort of justify or explain things that were sort of misunderstood or maybe socially unacceptable. And there's, I guess this is kind of similar to the Changeling on our first album. But in this one, when you had a child out of wedlock in the time when this song is from, you would have been totally outcast from society. So the Selkies may have been a way of explaining or sort of justifying a child without a father or a present father. So it's kind of set by the sea where there would have been a lot of sailors coming in and out. And the Selkies also always used to go away for 7 years, which is quite common in folk songs, like men would disappear for 7 years and then come back, but that's also the length that a sailing apprenticeship would have lasted for, so that might be something to do with where the legend came from originally.
The sons of company directors and judges.
One of the more newly written songs on Mayday is a song by a fantastic songwriter called Leon Russellson, and it's a song called Palaces of Gold. And we came across this song and learnt a little bit about the event that Leon was inspired by to write it, the Aberfan disaster, which was an event where a colliery slip from a nearby mine fell down onto a junior school in this village in South Wales, and ended up killing most of the children in that village.
The Aberfan disaster was officially attributed to the negligence of the coal board who were kind of looking after the spoil tip, and in this song Leon perhaps wonders that if it wasn't next to such a kind of small working class village and it was next to somewhere more prosperous, perhaps something would have been done to stop it.
All the young lords of the North Country, they have a wooing.
So on Mayday we've tackled a Lady Maisery ballad.
And it's just a harrowing story about a woman who basically gets killed by her own family for being in love with the wrong person.
We decided to sing it in unison in the end, which obviously we don't usually do. When we approach songs, we're kind of always approaching them with the idea of vocal harmony and using harmony to kind of bring out a bit to the song. But for this song we thought the main important point was the story.
One of the other more recently written songs on the album is The Crow in the Cradle, which was written by Sydney Carter. He's an amazing songwriter who's written Sing John Ball and Lord of the Dance and lots of other great songs. And we were drawn to this song. It's very much a warning song, which is something we kind of explored a lot on the album, this idea of warnings and tales from the past, kind of warning of the future and almost like a moral story. The song was written during the build-up of the Cold War, and the central idea of the song is that there's this crow sitting over the baby's cradle and it's prophesizing what may happen to the baby in the future if war should fully outbreak. And it's very chilling. It's got lots of images and lines from nursery rhymes and lullabies and kind of very innocent images next to these kind of very loaded images of war.
We wanted this kind of TikTok feeling about it. It's one of the tracks where we've used Hannah's feet a little bit more, I think, in this album, and to kind of create some of that atmosphere.
It's probably the biggest sounding track on the album, actually. Katie Cruel is one of, there's a few American songs actually on the album, traditional American songs, and it's about a woman called Katie we don't know exactly what's happened to her, but she's kind of been outcast from society for some reason or another, but we liked her kind of defiance and strength that she retains despite the fact that she's kind of very outcast and doesn't quite fit in. We felt very much, we could have quite easily probably done an album of nice harmony songs, more like the first album, but we kind of wanted to push more how the songs tie together and give it more unity as an album.
I think on Mayday we've been a bit more experimental with how we've used ourselves both as singers and instrumentalists to create a much bigger full band sound really. We've still got that kind of stripped back unaccompanied singing there's a sound we love to make together and a sound we've kind of become known for, but we've also really enjoyed, I think, experimenting with different textures and different ways of using our instruments to create the landscapes for some of the material that we've chosen.
I should be crying, but I just can't let it show. Should be hoping, but I can't.